Later. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dr. Fantastic Interviews. I've got the incredible Aaron Riggs on the line. Welcome to the show, Aaron.
What's up, Monty? Dr. Fantastic. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic. And Aaron may do as many things as I am doing. So run that list down again, Aaron. That was a fabulous list you have there, what you're doing.
Oh, okay. I help the homeless. I'm an actor, a comedian. I'm an entrepreneur doing real estate, website development. I have a project called Empower the Imagination. I hold dream space and dream healing. I do laying of hands healing, amongst other things. I'm also working on being a spokesman and, of course, helping Dr. Fantastic save the planet.
There you go. I like that. I was just at the Conscious Life Expo. Did you attend that by any chance?
No, I was invited, but I had a previous arrangement for my time.
Well, that was my first one, and I felt like it was at Disneyland because I love meeting strange characters. And of course, they had the psychics, the healers, the mediums, the doctors, the inventors, and everybody I ran into. I said, I gotta have that interview. He looks fantastic. You know, it was amazing.
Oh wow! I'm going to have to look through the archives and make sure and post those somewhere I can get them. Did you post those up on Pirate Radio Podcast?
Well, yeah, that's one of the reasons I was calling you about. It looked like I didn't know what I was doing. I think you sent me a link to a podcast network, worldwide podcast network or something.
That is not me. That is Jaffe Ryder.
Oh, that's Jaffe.
He's a prolific radio host with, how shall we say, he's a very interesting fellow. He's an ex parte in North Korea and does alternative news.
Well, as you know, my goal right now, my short-term goal, is to get 1 million people being fantastic. And I've got testimonials that it's changing people's lives, and I'm very happy to report that. I do have over 100 podcasts that I would love to link somehow to your pirate radio. I don't know how to do that, though.
You did that once. You just have to do the same thing for each of your podcasts, and then you can even do a little description, link directly to your site, link directly to whatever Patreon account or whatever.
So I go to my. So I go to this. Well, hold on. I finish this podcast, and then I hit share. And where do I send it?
I haven't got that aspect of it. I'm still developing the site. You just log on to Pirate Radio Podcast and put a link to your site, put a short description. Oh, well, we've already done that, I think, right? Yeah,
or no?
You can do that with every single podcast, though. So that you can refine your target. It'll help with your keyword and your authority as far as backlinking. Pirate Radio Podcast Network is going to be exploding here. We've got a bunch of musicians. We might be getting some live on the street Pirate Radio Podcast interviewers.
Well, I'm one of them. I could be one of them, as I love interviewing total strangers. But
absolutely, and even just feeding your podcast through the Pirate Radio Podcast site will, help get exposure and help build the movement, help people understand what it means to be fantastic.
Well, as you know, my interview show here is all about improving the mind, the body, or the planet. We never talk religion, and we never talk politics. Only about positive things that are going to make the world a better place. So,
excellent.
So it sounds like you're doing some amazing things. It's keeping you busy as well.
Keeping me entertained, keeping my spirit entertained and engaged to the highest level of bringing positivity in whatever vibrational frequency that might be.
Well, the B in my logo, the B Fantastic logo, symbolizes pollinating positivity. And one of my goals is to bring the small town mentality, good person attitude to the big city. The big city's unfortunately breeding greedy, selfish, litigious people because it's a rat race and it's crowded and it's dog eat dog world. But we can still save the day by getting people to be fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. I've noticed that being here in the city and being from a small town, that has been one of my major driving forces, is to bring that hometown feeling back to the big city and each individual within.
Well, wait till you hear my last podcast. It was Eric Hunter. He's the pendulum healer. And I met him at the Conscious Life Expo, and I changed his life. The day I met him, 10 minutes later, he went on stage and said he did the best speech that was at the expo, everyone was saying, because he was feeling fantastic. It's the most amazing word. It means unimaginably good and beautiful. The word fantastic.
Oh, wow. So much meaning in the word, so much context. We were having a nice discussion today about, ideas and how, the mere utterance of a word can carry and have a ripple effect upon not only the environment, but a larger, societal or even worldwide improvement.
Well, the word fantastic is quite literally the only word in answer to the age-old rhetorical question, how are you, that comes from the days of the Black Plague, and it was a question that actually saved your life when you screamed it from a distance. But the word fantastic is the only word that puts a smile on your face every time, that releases those endorphins and the dopamine and the serotonin that make you feel fantastic and make you live longer because it reduces your stress. It is the most magical word. By the way, I did a speech at this peace rally a couple months ago, and one of the gurus there was into numerology, and he said the words "be fantastic" translate in numerology to earth healing.
Very nice.
I said, well, how lucky could I get with that?
That's
come on.
Pretty powerful.
I
man,
know.
because that really is the epitome of our existence.
Well,
here on this planet. I mean, at least for me, like I said, I've done a lot of laying of hands, and a big part of it is the earth healing, the earth magic that I allow to flow through me to people is in and of itself.
This motivational speaking, me and my 80th endeavor in life, is really exciting. I'm really having a fantastic time changing people's lives, and it's magical. I mean, I'm having the time of my life. It's so much fun.
So you're speaking all over the place now, aren't you?
Yeah, wherever someone will listen.
That's a fantastic.
It's so fantastic.
Now there's a lot of things about fantastic. Like we were talking about, and it falls right into line with what you're talking about, the small tent mentality into the big city, with everyone thinking this manifestation and creation and for items. I want things, I want a car, this, that. And yet me and my friend were talking about, really it's about encapsulating an energy, almost like a feeling. It's not like buying, I don't want to own a boat. In fact, it might not even be about the boat ride itself. It's about the energy, the feeling of the experiencing the boat ride.
Right.
The mist, the dew, the wind, the turns, the bumps.
Well, speaking of boats, I'm on a billionaire's yacht as we speak for this interview in the marina. It's a lot of fun. But I wanted to also mention...
Oh, yeah. What about that? And then I could put that on my resume, too. Deckhand, right? We were talking about that last night.
Well, I made a list, and literally it's 79 different things someone's paid me to do,
wow.
And actually, I got paid as a chef. I charged $700 for the meal. And obviously people make a living as chefs, so I consider that one of my 79 professions. But I want to tell you, I'm really proud of this. I've only been doing this motivational stuff for 7 months, and if you Google Dr. Fantastic, or you Google the words "be fantastic," #1 on Google.
How many other Dr. Fantastics do you know?
There are none.
Well, how many Aaron Riggses do you know? And do you know anything about Anonymous Griggs or Anonymous G?
No.
Oh, well, that's really me, but there's copycats. They think they're me. Yeah. But there's no replacing the original Aaron.
Of course not. That's why I called you. That's why I got you on the phone, because I only talk to incredible human beings on my podcast. Now, my other show, Uplifting Interviews with Total Strangers, on YouTube, I have over 600 interviews, but those are with total strangers.
Can I be stranger?
No, you're not a stranger anymore, because I know you are.
Can I be stranger on that interview?
Oh, you can be very strange. And
I can be much stranger
you
than
can be
this.
much stranger than most people I know. Exactly. Now, I love strange people. That's why that Conscious Life Expo was so much fun. My wife, on the other hand, she's French. She wants normality. She wants a budget. She wants to go the straight and narrow. And that, to me, they always say opposites attract. I hate the word normal. Oh, by the way, I got to tell this to the audience listening. 99% of people answer the age-old question, how are you, with the word good and how are you. Now, I came up with an acronym for the 99 percentile, the normal people, the people that are following the crowd. They're doing the normal thing. I call them moaners, M-O-A-N. And moan stands for mediocre, ordinary, average, and normal. And I implore people listening to this, do not be a moaner. Think when someone says, how are you? Don't say good. Don't say great. Don't say awesome. None of these words make you smile. Say you're fantastic. Watch the dynamic change. Watch the energy you get from it.
Wait, can I add something?
Sure.
I'm changed because I've always been, trying to be quite, how shall we say, or formalities. Let's just call it etiquette and formalities. Quite well. And how are you doing yourself? Thanks for asking. Always ask them thanks. Always tell them thanks for asking. So I'm gonna just switch that up. I'm gonna be doing fantastic. Thanks for asking.
that
always,
works.
you always thank them for asking there, Monty.
That's
they're taking their time out.
Yeah.
To see how you are.
Yeah. Well, you know what I do a lot now? I'll do it to a parking attendant or a cashier. I'll say, because I hate the question because it's a rhetorical question, but I do it now for a purpose because I'm a motivator. So I'll say, how are you? And they'll say, good. Literally 99% of the time, right? And after they say good, you know what I say? I say, how would you like to be fantastic? And their eyes light up. They grin ear to ear. They act like I just gave them the winning numbers to the lottery.
Nice.
So I think it's kind of fun. Anyway.
I like it. I like the psychology behind it, too. I like the
it's working.
Esoteric meaning of the deep thought and the deep meaning of the word and how it resonates and vibrates. Fantastic.
Fantastic. By the way, I'm going to crack a beer right now because it's Friday and it is.
Okay, you're an instigator. I just poured my friend, a screwdriver. I'm going to crack this bottle of Thomas Hill Vineyards 2016 Paso Robles. My friend's winery.
Your friend's winery?
He says, yes, he's got some very exclusive Italian grapes.
Well, tell your friend that he needs to be a sponsor on my cooking show. It's called Cooking Styles of the Rich and Famous. And everything we have on the show is for sale. The wine we're drinking, and so we become a seller for him. The clothes we're wearing, the food we're eating, everything's for sale. And
I'll have to see. It's kind of exclusive. It's a small private. They have all their own grapes. They don't source any of the grapes.
Well, if they sell their wine, then they want to consider this. Because the next guest we're having is John Paul DeJoria, who's yacht I'm on right now, the owner of Paul Mitchell Hair Products and Patron Tequila and 300 other companies.
I need some tequila, and I also need some hair products. If you don't,
I have some tequila for you when we get together. I'll give you some tequila. I got lots of tequila. I represent 4 tequila companies.
Oh, we need a sponsor for the Laugh at My Calibration event where we go out and we do comedy and we raise awareness and we go out and feed the homeless every month.
Really?
With what we raise, yes. Down on Skid Row through My Friend's House, L.A.
Wow, well, we're going to have to talk about that because I have one of my most favorite interviews is a murderer I interviewed on Skid Row.
Oh.
And he taught me everything you need to know about Skid Row. The politics, the prostitution, the rules of the road down there. And you would never have guessed he was a millionaire by his diction, his speech. And when I turned the camera off after the interview, we started talking some more. Turned out he did 25 years for murder. And then after that, he told me that he killed a guy a couple months ago. But that was in self-defense, so they let him go. So he was a 2-time murderer. And I said to him, can I turn the camera back on? This is good stuff. I want to capture these. He goes, no, I'd rather not talk about the murders. but get this, Aaron. Yesterday, I met a guy, and he told me he'd kill me if I mentioned his name. He just got out of jail last week. This was an Uber ride. And he spent 44 years in Leavenworth. Killed 3 people to get in and killed 4 people while he was in there. So I gave a ride to a guy yesterday that killed 7 people.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
I used to live in Bakersfield.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, I'd go down to the bar. And, I didn't even know nothing about tattoos. They had to explain this to me. I didn't know all these tattoos, these face tattoos had meaning, right? Certain things you do get you these certain tattoos.
So there was a few murders in Bakersfield?
And so I imagine, I mean, it's kind of...
Well, it's a Hell's Angel.
You know, it's kind of a little podunk town.
Yeah. Where do you live now?
Well, maybe not directly in Bakersfield, but, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So tell me more about what you're into, this healing.
Oh, yeah, healing. It's you know, kind of like you're saying, heal the world. And so I was raised in a holistic family. And my mom was formally trained at the Holistic Institute in Santa Barbara. And so as a child, I just, you know, she would always talk about it, and I picked it up. It was just I thought everyone knew about healing. And so as I got older, I kind of got into the conceptualized ideal of, you know, healing, laying of hands.
Well, I had are you a Reiki healer, or do you know about Reiki healing?
I don't even know what I do there, buddy. I channel. I'm just going to tell you straight, it's not me. It's through me.
Well, I interviewed a Reiki healer on Uplifting Interviews with Total Strangers, and it turns out she not only heals humans, but she has extraterrestrials as clients.
Extraterrestrial what?
Extraterrestrials as clients. She heals extraterrestrials.
Very nice.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. So I titled the episode, Healers Also Heal Extraterrestrials. I got like 150 views in 2 days, which was a lot for my channel.
Oh, yeah. Titles, everything, man. That's all in that SEO game.
See, now you got to help me with that. We'll go off the air. We don't want to...
Do not get me technical. I told you I may or may not have. Don't get me alien technologies. I'll tell you they're from the past.
Well, I need to understand. I got lucky to be number one, I think, with Be Fantastic on Google, but it's just I have no clue what I'm doing. Literally, I'm just having fun, and I'm helping people, and I'm spreading a very, very positive message that when you think positive, it manifests positive action. Get rid of negative people in your life. Get rid of negative thoughts. They're both cancerous. I actually just had a young lady. I
believe you can transform negative people, though.
Oh, I just took this very shy young lady and motivated her for the last half hour for her interview for her job, and I told her to walk in there with all the confidence in the world, tell everyone you're fantastic, watch what happens. I guarantee you she will get this job today. I said, you don't want to go there, walking shy and look at the floor, look in their eyes, say you're fantastic, tell them how great you are, be confident. A million girls, no one, out of the 3,000 people, Aaron, that I've talked to about being fantastic, only 68 as of today have ever met someone in their entire life that says they're fantastic. That's an appallingly, disgustingly small number. But the good news about that little number is that you'd never forget someone that says they're fantastic. Ever. In a chance meeting at the airport once, 30 years ago, you just don't forget that person. That's how unique it is. So have you ever met anyone? Have you ever met anyone that says, not that you think like your mother is fantastic or your father, have you ever met anyone that says they're fantastic when asked?
Just you, buddy. I've met a few people that say other things.
Of course. But isn't that amazing? I know one person that's how old are you, Aaron? You're 30. No
matter what. You call her in the middle of the day, in the middle of the night, she'd be having a car wreck. How you doing? I'm doing absolutely amazing.
Yeah, amazing is okay. Amazing's good. Great is good. Wonderful is good. Awesome. There's a lot of great positive affirmations, but none of them put a smile on your face or do you any good. Now, Aaron, how old are you?
It's undisclosed. I've been 29 for almost 20 years.
So you're over 3 decades old, and you've never met someone in your entire life that's fantastic. Isn't that appalling? Isn't that horrible?
No, I think it's good. It gave me the opportunity to appreciate when I did meet someone.
I'm glad you answered it like that. I'm so happy.
That's so amazing. It's so fantastic that because I was just having a conversation about how a drop of a word.
Yeah, I know.
A drop in a word can change and ripple.
I know.
And just, changing that greeting. Because from a small town, Monty, I was out, you go in to the store, right? And I always use this as an example on some of my motivational stuff. And you smile at the clerk, right? By the time you made your way through town, go to the grocery store, get gas, whatever you got to do, you've gotten that same smile back.
Yeah.
A dozen times.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same exact smile. You do a little smile with a little head wink. And in a small town, they do it. Oh, yeah, they do thing, little shoulder pop or whatever. Hey, how you doing? Very well, thanks for asking. How you doing? Fantastic. So and everyone will be saying it by the end of the day. Yeah. You'll have heard them say fantastic 100 times by the end of the week.
Well,
because
Aaron,
you dropped that word. And now that we're going to do this in a way that I think is going to be fun, I like fantastic anyway, Dr. Fantastic.
Well, Aaron, I want you to be what I call, you're perfectly in line for this, in tune for this, an ambassador of positivity. These are people that are going to help me spread the word.
I've been doing that my whole life, buddy. You're going to give me a badge?
Yes, a badge. You get a badge
You're
now.
Give me some tequila.
Yes.
You're going to sponsor my comedy show with tequila.
Yes, all those things.
Whoa, I'm going to put you, no, I'm going to tie you in because this is real. We're doing the comedy show at I forget what it's called. Hold on, let me get the information. Chef D. What is Chef D's place called? Simply Delicious. So at Simply Delicious, we're going to be doing Laugh at My Calibration this month. Okay? Yeah. Chef D.
Yeah. What day?
Some of the best food I've ever eaten.
Where? What city? What? I don't travel too far.
Where's it at? Los Angeles. Simply Delicious in Los Angeles. What street?
It's a pretty friggin' big city, Los Angeles.
Simply Delicious.
You mean downtown LA?
Simply Delicious. I think it's over by the north side. I forget.
Well, no.
Type in Simply Delicious.
LA's got 10 million people in it.
Simply Delicious, Dr. Fantastic. That's all you got to know. It's Simply Delicious.
Is it delicious, though?
It is simply delicious.
Is it fantastically delicious?
It's amazing. It's fantastic.
Can I do
a great affair? We're going to do the comedy. This will be the
Can I do 5 minutes of my own stand-up?
I will get you in 5 minutes. I know the people there. Simply Delicious. 4641 West Washington Boulevard. And when's the show date?
The 30th.
On the 30th.
Okay, I think I can squeeze that in. I'll bring. I'll donate a couple bottles of tequila for you guys.
Yeah, 9 p.m.
9 p.m. I'm sleeping by then.
It's a comedy show.
Oh, that's right. Comedians stay up late. I can think I'll just sleep a couple days before that and get it going.
That's what I usually do. Take a nap.
Take a nap. Yes.
Yeah, I've been doing that since I was 12.
I've never napped. I can't nap. I think sleeping's for losers.
Maybe.
Imagine sleeping an eighth of your life. What the hell was that? Who thought of that plan?
Dream time.
8 hours
a day? I do. I have only mentioned this a few times publicly. And I have done the therapy many times for friends. And actually, there's an airplane going overhead real quick. But actually, yeah, like dreams, like communal dreams. Have you ever shared dream space with someone, gone into their dream?
Well, I've only had one.
Hey, I had this dream, and they're like, this, and you're like, yeah, and that, and they're like, wow.
I've only had one dream in 38 years, and that was 4 months ago. I think it was an epiphany. It was an epiphany, not a dream. But anyway, I can still remember it. One, I've been married 38 years, and I can't remember before that, but my wife said she's never heard me tell of a dream because I can't remember, I don't remember my dreams. I would love to develop a program where you can dial in what you want to dream that night and say, okay, I want to fly.
You're talking to the right man. You're talking to the right person.
You dial it in, you set the timer, and then you have that dream that night. How much would that sell for? My God, could you imagine buying that program?
I've done it.
Really?
It's not that difficult. Maybe it's because I've just done it my whole life.
So tonight, let me ask you something, Aaron. Tonight you could say, I want a dream to be a captain on a luxury liner, and it's the most extravagant luxury liner, and this and that, and you will have that dream? Is that what you're telling me?
You can. As a form of lucid dreaming, yes.
Wow. I like it. I was hoping to invent that, but now it's already out there. What the hell?
Yeah, it has to do with accessing the subconscious mind.
Well, you know what happens when you say you're fantastic 10 times? The subconscious mind believes it.
I am fantastic.
I know. That's why I called you.
Say it once. Once you say I am, you know. You don't say I am having a dream before you go to bed, Monty.
You know that.
Anyone can use this technique,
Okay.
but I have to lead you with I have to lead this with a word of caution, because this technique not only can induce a lucid dream, it can induce other dream states which may not be so appealing.
Okay. Tell me.
And it has to do with your subconscious, your linguistic programming, self-programming, subconscious mind access. As you're laying there on your pillow, getting ready to sleep, rather than clearing your mind and just going to sleep, I know some people can do it, I can do it, shut it off, I'm asleep. Allow yourself a period of time, undetermined. You'll know. Just relax and think about this, visualize it. In a sense, daydreaming on the cusp of sleepy. So as the sleep comes, as you'll feel more relaxed, hold on to that vision as much as you can in the relaxed state. And visualize it in a daydream state, halfway sleeping, halfway daydreaming. This can, with practice, help you induce what is known as a lucid dream.
Okay, I'm gonna try it, because I always wanted to dream. I would love to dream. It's free. You can do anything you want.
Dreams, bro. You're talking to Mr. Millionaire's Dream. You know that, right?
No, I don't know. How would I know that?
I got the Millionaire's Dream information.
How would I know that?
I don't spam nobody. I kind of keep it secret. I haven't promoted it. It's not built out. I got all kinds of excuses. I keep it private. It's an exclusive.
Well, now the world knows.
Uh-oh. It's not even ready. It's $0 right now, Monty.
It's not about the money, Aaron. Stop thinking about the money.
$0.
It's not about the money.
Exactly. You get it. We entice you with the millions of dollars and introduce you to the infinite, my friend. Now you get it.
Imagine waking up every morning, like I do, and jump out of bed and can't wait to do what you want to do. That's what I do every day. I jump out of bed. I get to do this today. I get to motivate people today. I get to change people's lives today. I get to create. I get to do whatever I want to today. That's my life. And everyone can write their own story, their own own story, direct their own movie, and be happy, and be positive, and get out of the rat race dilemma there.
Join me in this great production I call acting on the stage of life.
Exactly.
I act like I am. I am like I act.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, my friend. You gave me 8 more minutes than you promised. We're at 28 minutes.
All right.
We're going to do this again because see, if no one ever listens to this conversation you and I just had, that's their loss. But I had a great time. I hope you did. I hope the people listening do and come down to simply.
It's simply delicious.
Simply delicious. I can't wait to try the food. I'm a foodie. I can't wait
to go out on the boat ride and get some hair products.
You should see the yacht I'm on.
I need some beard products. I have a perfect line. I need some help branding.
Have you seen my beard? I'm growing it for Christmas because I'm going to be the best Santa ever to hit Los Angeles. I'm going to be the motivational Santa. And last year, I was a great Santa. I was
a 6'4" elf.
Are you 6'4"?
With the beard? Yeah, I'm 6'4".
Well, maybe we'll do you know what you should do, Aaron? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a comedy stand-up routine for Christmas.
I don't know about doing comedy. I could do anything. I could do drama. I could do serious.
No, drama. Fuck drama. It's all about comedy.
I could do intrigue.
No, comedy.
Investigative reporting.
Forget about that shit. Comedy. It's the only way. Laughter is the best medicine.
Touch them in their heart, buddy. Touch them in their heart. The deepest cuts the laughter.
Okay, everybody. We're this is 30 minutes of your life we've borrowed from you. Hope you learned something. Hope you're fantastic. Hope you go to Simply Delicious on the 30th. And everybody, be fan-friggin-tastic. Right, Aaron?
Yeah.